Welcome back to the channel Lift On.
Cozy eclectic interior design. Global stories in every room. There's something truly special about walking into a space that feels both deeply personal and effortlessly inviting. A place where textures tell stories, colors soothe the senses, and every object seems to hold meaning. That's the kind of interior we're exploring today, a style that celebrates warmth, identity, and curated global beauty. In this video, we'll dive into the roots and rise of this aesthetic, explain why it's so resonant right now, and share how you can begin crafting your own version at home. Stick with us until the end, where we'll walk through the essential principles that bring this soulful style to life, one that's grounded in comfort, culture, and creativity. Before we jump in, please press like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. This helps YouTube share our content with more people. And if you'd like to support the channel more, please use super thanks. Every bit of support means the world to us and helps us keep making great content for you. A brief history of cozy eclectic style. Eclectic design, at its core, has always been about blending styles, time periods, cultures. Historically, it emerged in the late 19th and early 20th centuries when designers began breaking free from rigid style categories, mixing Victorian elements with Art Deco or colonial influences to create richly layered, personal interiors. But the version of eclecticism we embrace today, what we call cozy eclectic, has evolved with modern values. It's less about visual excess and more about emotional resonance. It grew alongside the global movement of slow living, natural materials, and a deeper interest in well-being at home. This shift brought softer palettes, more breathable spaces, and meaningful objects from around the world into the spotlight. Japanese minimalism, Scandinavian warmth, Persian rugs, African textiles, and handcrafted furniture all coexisting peacefully. The focus moved from showcasing to feeling at home. Comfort, authenticity, and soul became the new luxury. Why choose cozy eclectic? Because your home should feel like you. It should tell your story. This style allows for more freedom, personality, and emotional connection than almost any other. You're not tied to one era, one store, or one color palette. Instead, you create a space that supports your daily life and lifts your spirit. It can feel like a lived-in artist's loft, a Mediterranean retreat, or a quiet Nordic sanctuary, depending on what matters to you. Benefits of a cozy, eclectic home. Before we dive into the core principles, let's talk about why this style brings so much value. Personal expression with no limits. A cozy, eclectic interior gives you full permission to break free from the rigid boundaries of any single design trend. Instead of matching everything or following a strict aesthetic, you're curating your space like a story, one that reflects your history, interests, and identity. Whether it's a Japanese cedar chest, cushions in Uzbek Suzani and Peruvian alpaca wool, a Persian rug, or a mid-century modern sofa, each item becomes part of your visual autobiography. This design approach honors your uniqueness. It's not about copying Pinterest boards, but about crafting a space where every object matters because it means something to you. Timeless, layered comfort. One of the most tangible benefits of cozy, eclectic design is how incredibly inviting it feels. We layer materials and textures: linen, wool, carved wood, ceramics, handwoven textiles, to create an environment that soothes the senses. Lighting is soft and sculptural, seating is plush and intentional, and rugs anchor each zone with warmth. It's comfort with depth, a place where you can exhale, host with ease, or simply curl up with a book for hours. Every corner supports living slowly and fully. Sustainable and ethical living. This design style naturally embraces sustainability. By sourcing vintage, handmade, and globally crafted items, you reduce reliance on fast furniture and invest in longevity. A cozy, eclectic home doesn't get thrown out when trends change, it grows richer with time. Each reused or handcrafted object not only saves resources, it adds soul. You're supporting artists, cultures, and a slower, more thoughtful way of furnishing your life. Creative freedom and long-term flexibility. Unlike themed or trend-based interiors, a cozy, eclectic home evolves easily. You can add a new piece from your travels or replace something without needing to overhaul the entire room. Because it's layered and personalized, the design remains flexible, resilient, and creatively satisfying. There's no pressure to get everything perfect on day one. Your home becomes an ever-growing expression of your taste and life journey. Emotional wellness through space. Perhaps the most overlooked benefit, cozy, eclectic design feels good. When you surround yourself with colors you love, textures that calm you, and objects that tell your story, your environment becomes a source of daily joy and grounding. It balances visual interest with emotional warmth. This is design that nourishes, not just impresses. It creates a sanctuary where you can truly rest, connect, and be yourself. Which of these benefits resonates most with your lifestyle? Share your thoughts in the comments. The core principles to create your cozy, eclectic retreat. Let's walk through the foundational ideas behind this style. These are not rules, but trusted principles we've used in our work. Start with a soft, neutral base. Every thoughtfully layered eclectic space begins with a calm foundation. Choosing walls in soft, natural tones like warm white, gentle beige, or light gray sets a tranquil backdrop that allows your eclectic pieces to take center stage without overwhelming the senses. Incorporate subtle textures such as matte paint, plaster finishes, or even grasscloth wallpaper to add depth and warmth without distraction. How to use. By anchoring your space with these understated tones, you create visual breathing room that highlights the colors and patterns of your textiles and furniture. Avoid loud or saturated wall colors on large surfaces, as they compete with your curated pieces rather than complementing them. Mix global textiles with local craftsmanship. Textiles are the heartbeat of cozy, eclectic design. They tell stories of distant lands and traditions through their textures, patterns, and materials. Layering Persian or antique rugs, African mud cloth cushions, Japanese Norin panels, and Turkish kilims creates a rich tactile environment. Pair these worldly textiles with local craftsmanship, handmade ceramics, carved wood furniture, or artisanal lighting, to root your space in both global culture and personal identity. How to use. Balance is key. Combine bold, vibrant patterns with simpler, neutral pieces to avoid visual chaos. For example, a richly patterned rug can be offset by solid cushions or a plain sofa, allowing each element to breathe and shine. Choose cozy, comfortable seating. No matter how beautiful your space, it's ultimately about comfort and livability. Your seating should invite you to linger, whether that's a low Scandinavian modular sofa, a plush vintage armchair, or a Japanese-style futon. Look for pieces upholstered in natural, breathable fabrics like linen or cotton, with generous cushions that encourage relaxation. How to use: prioritize ergonomics and softness. Avoid overly formal or stiff furniture. Remember, the goal is a welcoming environment where friends and family want to gather, making your home feel warm and alive. Layer lighting for warmth and ambience. Lighting is a powerful tool to shape mood and highlight your space's character. A cozy, eclectic interior thrives on multiple layers: overhead fixtures, table lamps, floor lamps, and accent lights. Choose sculptural lighting that feels like art itself. Think rattan pendants, hand-blown glass globes, or soft fabric shades. Use dimmer switches wherever possible to adjust the ambience throughout the day. How to use: create zones of light and shadow by combining a statement chandelier or a cluster of hanging lights with softer, low-level sources. This layering adds depth, intimacy, and visual interest without harshness. Blend vintage and contemporary. Eclectic design lives in contrast, and one of the richest contrasts comes from pairing vintage treasures with clean-lined contemporary pieces. This mix keeps your interior timeless and dynamic. A sleek mid-century coffee table next to antique cushions creates a dialogue between eras. Similarly, pairing a minimalist kitchen cabinetry with handcrafted Moroccan ceramics blends simplicity and artisanal charm. How to use: look for harmony in scale, proportion, and color, even when styles differ. Avoid trying to match everything. Allow the differences to speak, but maintain visual balance so the room feels cohesive. Incorporate natural elements. Nature is a grounding force in cozy interiors. Wood, stone, plants, and woven fibers bring texture, color, and a sense of calm. Whether it's a tall fiddle leaf fig, a rough-hewn wooden coffee table, a stoneware vase, or a jute rug, natural elements soften the space and connect it to the outdoors. How to use: introduce greenery thoughtfully. Choose plants that thrive indoors and fit your lighting conditions. Select furniture and decor with organic finishes, avoiding overly glossy or synthetic materials to maintain authenticity and warmth. Curate meaningful art and objects. Your home is your personal gallery. Choose artwork and objects that resonate with your experiences, travels, and tastes. From woven baskets collected abroad to tribal masks, abstract prints, or vintage posters, each piece adds depth and narrative to your space. How to use: avoid overcrowding walls or shelves. Select a few impactful pieces and display them with intention, giving them space to breathe and allowing each to tell its story. This curated approach prevents clutter and elevates your interior's emotional richness. Embrace layering without clutter. The essence of cozy eclectic style is layering textures, colors, and styles, but with thoughtful editing. Too much can feel chaotic, too little can feel sparse. The goal is a harmonious composition where every element complements the others. How to use: layer patterned rugs with plain cushions, mix textured throws with smooth upholstery, and place decorative objects with plenty of breathing room. Regularly assess your space and remove anything that feels out of place or unnecessary. Celebrate high ceilings and volumes. If your home features high ceilings or generous volumes, use this architectural advantage to create drama and openness while preserving coziness. Tall windows, large-scale artwork, vertical shelving, and grand chandeliers can accentuate height. Soft colors and layered lighting keep the room inviting rather than cavernous. How to use: use large, sculptural lighting fixtures or clusters of hanging lights to draw the eye upward, balancing the space. Position furniture and rugs to create intimate zones that anchor the room's expansive volume. Create zones for living and connection. A well-designed eclectic space feels both open and purposeful. Define areas for lounging, dining, reading, or socializing using rugs, furniture placement, and lighting. These distinct zones foster comfort and flow without rigid separation. How to use: anchor seating areas with a Persian rug. Place a vintage trunk as a side table to encourage conversation, and carve out a quiet nook with a Japanese tea table or cozy armchair for reflection. Thoughtful zoning makes your home both functional and inviting. We would like to hear from you. Drop us a comment. Which of these principles would you start with in your home? Final thoughts. Cozy eclectic isn't just a design style, it's a mindset. It's about weaving together beauty and depth, blending personality with softness, and balancing function with joy. This approach invites you to create a home that feels alive and welcoming, a place that nurtures you and offers comfort every single day. When you stay true to what genuinely moves you, whether culturally, emotionally, or visually, you craft more than just a stylish space. You build a personal retreat rich with meaning, where every piece tells a story and every corner reflects who you are. This is the heart of cozy eclectic living, a home that is uniquely yours and deeply fulfilling.
We welcome your feedback in the comments on what you'd like to see on the Lift On channel in the future. If you want to support the channel, please use Super Thanks. Your support means a lot, it helps us continue providing valuable content. Thank you for your generosity. Please press like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to catch up on more videos. See you soon and have a good day.